Good morning, everyone. Good morning. And so today we're going to be talking about why it is important to give it a home. What is the it? The it could be anything. It could be your husband, your wife, your children, the dog. No, I'm just joking. The it is the things that are important to you. Give It a Home is the name of my company, Give It a Home Organizing Services. And I called it Give It a Home because I realized that people don't like to put their things in a spot. And that was really the aim that I was trying to accomplish when I started the business, that if everything is in its place, if everything has a home, then it'll be so much easier for us to put things away, so much easier for us to locate things when we need it, and to even think about it and find it right away. And so we're going to talk about today why is it important to give it a home. Give things a home. Give the things that are important to you a home. Number one, when we give things a home, it's so easy to go to that home and to locate it. When we give things a home, it's so easy when we're trying to find something, we can just think, oh, well, where's its home? Think about it. If you're inviting somebody to your home and you said to them, go down the road, turn right, then left, and I live somewhere in those houses down there. Just look around, you'll find me. Does that make sense? Or wouldn't that be like a time waster? Would you want to tell anybody that? But so often we tell people, oh, just go down there, just go look in the container, just go look somewhere in the kitchen, somewhere in the drawer, somewhere in the room, somewhere in the basement, somewhere in the garage, somewhere. You know exactly where you live, and we should know exactly where our stuff live as well. And that's just simply because we want to be more, we want to get out the house in the morning time. We want to know exactly where our keys are. We don't want to be searching for the keys. We want to know that our keys have a home. We want to know where exactly our coffee cups are supposed to be. Not under the sink, but maybe in a particular cupboard, in a particular spot, not over where the dry stuff are, not in the fridge. So when you have a home for your stuff, you move through your morning so much easier, so much easier. And so just get into the habit. Just whatever things you have, and if you have so many things, you're like, oh, I don't know how to get started. I don't even know where to give it a home. Again, you have to go back to the original steps. Number one, what is the aim of the space? And within that space, you need to identify what things will go within that space and where they're going to go. Where are they going to be easily accessible? And let me just give you another insight thing that I've learned. Sometimes the place that you give a thing a home is not the most accessible place. For example, I have a lot of books, and so I sometimes I put my books on my bookshelf, but then when it's time for me to go read at night, I don't want to walk to that bookshelf. So what I do is I have books on the bookshelf that I'm not going to read anytime soon, and then I actually have another bookshelf right over my bed head, and that's for the books that I'm currently reading. And sometimes that seems a little bit too far, so I just put the book that I'm reading around my side table. And so you have to also be practical. Yes, if where you're placing it is not too difficult for you to reach, then that's fine. But the next rule is, after you give something a home, if it's not easily accessible, it is best to put it in a practical space, a space that will allow you to use it easily. Let me use another example. Video games or stuff for kids. It might look nice to pack it up, put it away in the closet, the coat closet or wherever. But when it's time for those kids to use it, is it convenient for them to lift that thing out, go in the closet, set it up? If things are not easily accessible to be used, people don't want to use it. It's kind of like, I think it's why people say, oh, it's in the basement. Oh, eventually I'll go down there. Just the task of going down into the basement and getting it, it's just so far out of reach. And, we want things that are accessible, easy to access, and quick. So remember, whenever you give anything a home, make sure it is you can access it quickly and easily. Those are the two tips. Easily and quickly, because it's all good it's all good when we put things away, put things in the attic, put them in the basement, put them in the garage. But if when time comes to go and retrieve them, if I can't bother to go in there, then we haven't really accomplished the goal. You want to give things a home, but you want to give them a home that's practical. Give them a home where you can get them easily and quickly. All right, everyone. So that's it. Learn to give the things that are important to you, the things that make your life easier, a home. All right? And let me just leave you with one last thing. Sometimes you may be looking around saying, I don't know where to put this thing. You know what I've learned? Forget about looking at the space. Think about in your mind, if I was to look for this object, where would I want it to be? And sometimes that's the best thing to do. You might have a filing system, but let me use an example, another example. I just have a basket where I put all my files in. I had a filing thing and it just was too bulky. I hated seeing it. It was a sore eye. It just really wasn't visually. I was tired of sitting on my desk. I didn't really have space to buy a floor storage filer, and so I got rid of all the desk organizers or the desk file storages, and I just got one of those decorative baskets, and I put all my files in there. And sometimes I don't want to go where that basket is to find a particular file, but there's a particular bill I get every month. So you just simply just take that particular bill. My side drawer beside my bed it's just a convenient drawer for things that extra stuff someone might need to reach for at nighttime, extra pens and paper. If I know that there's a particular bill that when I sit down I have to deal with, I'm going to take that folder and put it in my side drawer. And so you can keep all your other files in a spot, but whatever you access all the time, put it within reach. Because sometimes where the most functional home is, it's too far, and we know human nature, we're lazy. We don't want to get up to go get that book at nighttime. We don't want to get up to go get that pen all the way on the desk. Just put some of those things close by where it would make your life easier. I hope that has helped you guys today, and so just give everything a home. Give everything a home. Remember, you want to be able to retrieve it, put it close to where you're going to use it, and you want to be able to retrieve it easily and quickly, all right? Have a wonderful day, everyone. Remember to give it a home, all right? Bye-bye.